What's up? What's going on? It's been a while since I've been on YouTube. Been taking a break from the videos, uh, dealing with personal life, FedEx stuff, work, um, uh, mental stuff, along that goes along with work, and then the spirit side of it. I'm pretty sure most of y'all are doing that as well. So, a lot of crazy stuff going on all over the place. Chaos, confusion, like 100%. You know. Um, this is Jenny right here, my best friend.
Hello.
She's trying to do the metaphysical stuff as well, like we all are trying to do it. It's really just about like relaxation, right, within the person, and then feeling what comes in and what comes out, right. Um, if you can't relax, if you got like high anxiety, which Jenny does, she has a ton of anxiety.
Okay, yes.
We'll be drinking a little bit. It makes it more difficult to relax in this world we live in. So if you can try to release it, you know what I mean? If you can just like try to release it as best as you can, like once the anxiety feeling comes in and you know what that feels like, just try to release it immediately.
That's hard though.
Huh?
Sounds hard though.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you don't know the feelings and stuff like that.
Wait, how do you release the anxiety though?
It's like letting go of the intensity of it. You're like, I'm done with this one, I'm letting it go. You're setting your intentions of, hey, I'm not going to let this bother me no more. I'm going to try to release it or just let it go. Like,
so like
fall
your
away.
mind state. Like you have to have the mind state.
Right.
I'm going to let
Yes.
this go. So you're going to go? Is that it?
But there's an action at the same time in your intention. Your intention, which is your spirit, and then the action, right? So if I'm feeling shaky like this, and all of a sudden, like, it's too much for me, like, what am I doing? I need to get off of this, right? So you would just kind of like relax as much as possible and then just float it all away, let it go. Your intention is, I need this off of me. Blow it all out. You know what I mean? Or you could do that. You need to do that because that's like a personal understanding. And then,
you know what woosah is?
Yeah.
Do you know where that came from? I learned that from Bad Boys.
Yeah.
Woosah. Yeah, the ear thing. Woosah.
I mean, I just relax. I just relax on my own, but Or you can ask for help, right? Like your guides, and go, I need to be relaxed here. Can you help me with my anxiety? And then your intention is up here, okay? Your intention goes up here, right? And then, like your intention goes, I'm up here. My intention is up here. Hey, what's going on here? And then maybe try to like focus and try to see. I mean, I know you're not like where I'm at, but you're very aware of what's going on around you.
I am aware. Very self-aware. It's weird being like super self-aware, but you still do shit anyways.
That doesn't go with what you want to do or something? Is that what you're saying?
No. Like okay, so my self-awareness is like...
Got the car on.
Yeah.
All right.
The self-awareness thing. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm saying. I know exactly what my moves are going to be. I'm very aware of the peace or chaos that I'm getting ready to ensue. I know what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I still do it anyways. That type of self-aware.
So you know, like, your experience is what's coming up, and then you're doing it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like.
So what I'm saying is, like, if you know what's coming, right? and I'm trying to get you to feel it if it's a good situation or not, you know.
Is that not intuition?
Yeah, for sure. That's what 100% is. But are you feeling in your heart? Is it right here in this place when you're feeling it? In the head?
Because that's where self-awareness is.
Well, kind of. I mean, what I'm saying is like you got centers, right? Remember you talked about before with your chakra centers. Let's call them centers. There you could feel. I feel them in the heart more because I'm heart based. So it'd be all kind of feeling right here, and you know, and so all up
right.
here.
Yep.
So you see them. Can you see stuff like images and stuff like that?
Yeah, I can. Like in my head, I heard people like some people they can't see images in their head. They can't see images, and if they can see images, some people can't see it in color. And I think that's really odd. Like nobody, like I don't want to say nobody. Some people have a self narrative, like in their head,
Yes.
a narrator in their head, and some people do, some people don't. I happen to have a narrator and an illustrator, if that makes sense. There's somebody up there or something up there that's I can hear narrating the story. Like literally right now, I can envision every single word that's popping out of my mouth in my head. I can see that. It sounds really weird.
Okay, so I don't mean to cut you off. I think what's going on here is you're just like seeing in your eye, in your mind's eye, or the pineal gland, or just right through here, the intention of what you're saying is coming down out your mouth. I think that's what's actually happening. Because that's what I think. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm seeing. You know.
I can see it in color, like
Color.
it's like illustrated, like a book. That's the way I see things. Is like a book.
A book.
Up in here, yeah, like it's there. Like I said, some people can see images in their head. They can make shapes out and all that stuff. They can hear, their inner thoughts and stuff, and some people can't.
Yep.
I just so happen to be able to do both, and I think that's just interesting how some people can and just some people can't. And the people that can't, why don't you hear your own voice in your head? Like, who do you conversate with? Like, how do you conversate? How do you do affirmations? Like, how do you do all that stuff if you don't talk to the person that is you in your head? Like, how do you not do that? Like, and how do you not see in see in color? And when I say see in color, I mean in here. Like, how do you not see in color in your head? I think that's just weird. That some people have that ability and some people don't. I don't know the science behind that, but I think it's fairly odd for me.
Yeah.
Because I can do both.
So what you're asking is, why don't people talk to themselves in their head and see that? Is that what you're saying?
Well, kind of. Like, why don't you have that voice in your head? Like, everybody... I think everybody
let's stop right. The voice in your head, whose voice? Your voice? Or is... Okay, your voice? All right.
Yeah, like, let's say you're thinking about something, and people are just like... They just go automatically to what they're thinking. Rather than thinking about something, but also saying it in your head at the same time. I'm thinking about a car that I want, but at the same time that I'm thinking about the car, I'm thinking about what color, maybe what model, and all that stuff. But it's my voice saying it. Some people don't have that.
So, just to be clear for everybody, you're saying this in your head, and then other things are happening when someone else is saying something else, or is it you saying the same thing?
It's me saying it. It's me saying it.
Okay.
Me saying. Some people don't have their own voice in their head.
Right. That would be your intention. That would be your spirit.
Do they not have spirit?
Huh?
Do people that don't hear their own voice in their head not have spirit? Or like what? I don't even know how that shit works.
Yeah, that's fine. They do. They hear. Hopefully, they hear their own voice and stuff like that. You know, but when you're dealing with the metaphysical and spirit stuff, there could be another voice that comes in. There could be a different voice, a different feeling, a whole different feeling of someone else talking to you or through you.
To you or through you,
Yeah.
but either way, there's a voice, and there's a very thin line between that and insanity.
Right, for sure.
Split is a perfect example. Have you seen Split?
Mm-hmm.
That movie is great. That movie is a perfect example of borderline crazy and that guy is crazy. But if he was able to handle all 28 personalities that he had, I think he would be able to do a lot of different things, because that movie is fucking weird. He's got 28 different personalities, but the main character is the Beast.
Yeah.
And
the Beast acts like how? How's the Beast act like?
Well,
what's the main personality?
The main personality, I think his name is Kevin.
Okay.
Okay, or Calvin. Kevin or Calvin. Okay, that's who he is really. But he is split into 28 personalities. Right, and there's a little boy. There's the main lady that takes him over, which is Miss Patricia, and a bunch of other ones. But the scariest one is the Beast. And when the Beast comes out of his body, his body physically changes. Like, he makes his body change to super naturally crazy strength, all that stuff. And I'm like, if people are like that and they could actually hone in that power and, like, maybe control all of that, like, that's probably like some type of evolvement in human. I don't know.
100%. I totally agree with you.
It's a strange movie, but it makes sense.
Yeah, it's interesting that you say Split. That movie Split, where the guy has 28 personalities, like you said, and the Beast is taking over for how many? I haven't seen it. I've seen parts of it, but I haven't actually seen the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
But I can just feel and understand it. Believe me.
It's a good movie. It's a really good movie.
Yeah. And so the Beast part, how many, now if you could put a percentage on that, like how many times did the Beast come out in the movie?
Well, according to the movie, it's came out before, but unbeknownst to the girls.
No, just the movie. Like how many times did he come be a Beast once?
Once.
Oh, once.
And that was at the I think not at the very end, but kind of at the end. Fool starts climbing walls. Right. Like when he starts turning into the Beast, like the other personalities are like, oh my gosh, this is it, y'all are dead. And then once he hits the Beast, like his muscles start growing, veins popping out, like he gets superhuman powers because he thinks he's a beast.
Okay.
And that split personality came from damages that his mom had put him through, and that's how his personalities had split. He was so traumatized, so fucked up, that he became so disassociated that he had to get 28 different identities to live his fucking life, I guess. And I think that's pretty fucked up, you know, because trauma does do that. Trauma will split your soul, and they do that stuff too. I've read some stuff on MK Ultra and stuff, and they are able to split your personality, like, bad. And they'll do it by torture. They'll do it by torture. They'll screw you up. Yeah. They'll screw you up bad. They'll do it to little kids. I heard about this one project where they were doing something to these kids, and there's I love you. They had a flower. I love you not. I love you not. And every time it landed on I love you, they would do something bad to the kids, shock them, whatever the fuck, and split their personalities up just to see if it was possible to do that. And it's possible. It's crazy. It's sad.
What? It's definitely sad. Why do you think they're doing that?
I mean,
Why do you think that's actually, MK Ultra, like you said, that's actually happening
yeah, mind control.
for sure. Why do you think that's happening? Why are they doing that? What's the reasoning?
To test and see how far the mind can go, I guess. To see what a human is not physically, mentally able to take, I guess, or see if they can control something, or to see what happens if you treat a person this way or that way, and they end up splitting them. And it's kind of interesting that they split the personality, and like this is like totally off. Okay, so bear with me. They split the
Jenny,
personalities,
this
right?
is gold right here.
They split the personalities up, right? But they also talk about it in movies too. Harry Potter is
Yeah.
a perfect example as well. Um, Lord, Vol-
Wow,
Lord,
right here.
Lord Baltimore, he has to split his soul in order to survive. But the man has been through so much bullshit.
Right. He's trying to get rid of the trauma part of him so he can actually be normal because he feels like he probably should be normal, right?
Not at all. No, this
No.
motherfucker wants to kill everybody.
Right,
He
but what I'm
wants to
saying
kill
is
everybody.
it's splitting,
He
right?
they
And
he
so,
splits his soul, and just in case a piece of him dies over here,
okay,
he has another piece over here, the Horcrux, and Harry Potter is the Horcrux. So, all of his pieces of souls had died. So eventually, he's got to get to Potter. If I'm not mistaken, like y'all don't quote me on this shit. I have not seen Harry Potter in quite some time. So yeah.
no, I totally agree. I mean,
I feel like I'm not making sense.
no, you're totally making sense. You're talking to the right person, I promise you.
But yeah, I think that's just weird. Like, truth is so much
Because my spirit is split.
stranger than. Ooh. What?
My spirit is split.
You just have a split spirit?
I told you this.
Tell me again.
Well, there's parts of me like, so here's how this works.
Do you have a Horcrux?
Huh?
Do you have a Horcrux?
A what?
A Horcrux.
What's that?
What I just told you about Harry Potter.
A Horcrux?
A Horcrux. I think I'm pronouncing it right.
I don't know what that means.
That's where you put your. Okay, so this lighter, right?
Okay.
All right, you put a piece of your soul in here.
Okay.
Horcrux.
All right. Also like a talisman or something like that, where it holds
or
spirit.
a possessed piece of
yeah.
object.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
My spirit has split, and it went up to the second dimension. It's heaven. They call it heaven, but I call it second dimension. It's an area in space. That's it. Area in space that was created second. That's it. Anyway, and so what spirit splitting is, and what I'm gonna try to explain to you. It's frequencies and understanding that's come off another electricity that holds frequencies and understanding spirit. Okay, so we're actually electricity. Electricity, energy, frequencies, and understanding that electricity comes with magnetism. Electricity can hold information. It can hold it. Okay, so that split, and part of that has been in another life. Okay, I believe in past lives 100%. Do you believe in past lives?
I
Stuff
do.
like that? Okay,
I do.
good. I'm not know you do. And so that, you got to have some sort of trauma. You got to have some sort of stimulus for this to happen, right?
Yeah.
And so, which will be the field that we all live in. And there's a part of that is sentient, and it runs around like the ocean within it. You know what I mean? So like a face in the ocean is running around doing stuff to you, trying to help you, maybe try to do something bad to you. Okay, stuff like that. And so a past life understanding wants to be its own understanding. It was so strong for you in a past life that it wants to be its own understanding. And so it's your choice, because this body is holding all of that. And so it's your choice it's that person's, it's all your choice, you know what I mean? But like that person's choice, it's their choice. After that, they don't change with you, they change by themselves, and they're responsible for their own actions. Okay, and so that'd be their own deal. Now they can come back into the spirit, stuff like that, but it it will feel like you, but you know they have, if they have some what they're doing up there and they come back down here and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So I didn't experience what they experienced when they were by themselves, so I'm not talking to them now, but I need a beer, another beer. So that's how it actually works. Like, somebody's got to do this to you. You have some trauma, like you said, and then it wants to do its own thing. It's past life experiences and understanding that were strong for you in the past life, that thought that was the only thing, that was the only part of it, right? That was the only, it was the only deal. It was the only spirit operating. You didn't know that you have another life in the future. You didn't know that. You know what I mean? And so, it just really wants to separate and be its own part. I totally understand that because that's what's happening. I'm going to tell you 2 lives. I haven't told them. I've hinted at one that I've been in, and I'm going to tell you another one. These people need to know this. Okay? All right. Two big lives that in this body that were really powerful in the energy and the frequencies of that inside. Scott, no. I know it is. I'm just saying, like, yeah, okay.
I have never known my past life. I don't know that. I don't know none of my past.
Number 1 is Poseidon. I've told you that.
Yes, you have.
I don't know if you believe me or not, but yeah. Okay, Poseidon. A lot of Poseidon's understanding and energy and stuff like that was in this body when it came in. Okay, a lot of it has been cleaned up and removed. There's only like a little bit of him left anyway now, unfortunately. But he acts like now it's separate. It could come back in. He could do all kinds of things. That's the air's got to allow it. Got to be in. It's got to be allowed. But but it's more like a teenager acting, because a lot of the frequency and understanding has been maybe somewhere else. And it is. I just thought of this just now. It's somewhere else, or it's been removed or deleted. You know what I mean? Or cleaned up, basically, trying to get it to understand certain things. He was arrogant.
Oh yeah.
That dude was arrogant as hell, 100%.
Absolutely.
Now, having said that, the job that was entailed to him that he chose was going underwater and acting like a field underwater. So communication telepathically with the fish, and the water life and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, that's giving like Wakanda Forever vibes.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Right.
Oh my god.
Isn't that neat?
Yes.
That's awesome, isn't it?
I love that movie.
And so he learned a lot in that life. He learned how to do things, manipulate understandings in people's thought process, and stuff like that, and get them to be like this and that. After a while, he got a little crazy with it, and he kept, he didn't like weak people. He didn't like weak stuff. He didn't, he was so
weaklings.
Yeah, he didn't like weaklings.
Weaklings.
Like, yeah, he didn't like. I can barely talk right now, but he didn't like weaklings, and so that's some of his arrogance, shooting out right there. But he's still alive, by the way. He's still alive. There is some stuff still alive. Okay, so now let's move on to the second life. All right. Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison.
The guy who invented.
He invented a whole bunch of stuff. Like 87 patents that he invented. Turn the light on. Oh.
Retro.
There we go. Just a second, I'm gonna pause this real quick.
Play, record, whatever.
All right, Thomas Edison. We're back. We rolled the blunt. I smoke a little weed from, well, a lot. Actually, not from time to time. I was about to say time to time. I smoke a lot of weed. We'll talk about this first. Smoking weed can fog up all the vision and images that you try to see.
I don't agree at all.
You don't agree?
I disagree completely.
Now, hold on. Just a second. What are you doing?
I was going to roll down the window.
All right, hold on. Just turn this on real quick.
Just for the ashes.
Yeah. And the smoke.
Hot box.
Oh, we're drinking and smoking. So, I apologize if I missed my words or slur them or any of that kind of crap stuff. I got the platinums, but like platinums. No, that's good. So smoking weed can gunk up your pineal, allow it to not work properly, and then your vision will be foggy. And also, this is my experience, and also you can get messed with from spirit from the other side. There's a whole bunch of names for it. Other side, second dimension is what I like to call it, because I'm going about the space, okay? And when it was created. My intentions are, when was things created? Like the first part, who did it? You know what I mean? What spirit, maybe in what body, stuff like that.
But like when you're smoking weed, like does it not just come to you naturally?
What are you talking about? What comes naturally? What do you mean?
Like, okay, so for some people, smoking weed is like a mind opener. It relaxes you, but it also.
But your pineal and your thought process and your mind are two different things.
But it can open up because it has you at the point of relaxation.
One more time? I didn't catch that.
It opens you up because it like relaxes your whole body, and it allows you to think. Like here's what you're thinking, and that's all you're thinking. But when you smoke weed, it expands what you're thinking and gives you a secondary or a third or fourth story option, whatever it is that you're thinking about. It allows you to dive deeper, because I think it just like super relaxes you, and with that relaxation comes deeper thoughts. With deeper thoughts come more what am I trying to say? More understanding, I guess.
Yeah, more understanding, but here's what I think's happening. It's the THC, and it's reacting into your thought process. It could be over here, boom. It could be over here, firing off, boom, boom, boom. What if most of the time you use your brain and go boom, 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 firing off all through here. This smoke and THC allows your brain to go over here. If you don't ever go over here because you're so focused on going right here, right? So boom, 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 and now you're over here. Now you're thinking on your right side brain, going to your left side part of the brain. You see what I'm saying? It's allowing you to access more understanding and get out of your default programming. Right? Yeah, for sure.
It helps.
I think it is.
It helps escape.
Yeah.
It helps escape. Which I find interesting because psychedelics can do the same thing. Like you've heard Joe Rogan talk about DMT and all that, and how it just opened him up. I heard about an interview to where this man lived a whole entire life in just 5 minutes because he was on some type of psychedelic drug. And I thought that was really interesting. And I would like to dive deeper into stuff like that. I would like to experiment in the proper areas with experts or people who's done it before that, you know, are trusted, because I would like to experience that. I would like to experience something that that man did. I've already tried acid before and shrooms, and it was something. And I did it at the wrong time. It was
Yeah, like
supposed
a
to be
bad
something.
trip.
No, I didn't have a bad trip.
No.
It's just I wanted it to be more spiritual
Oh man.
than it was, and it wasn't really spiritual. I was laughing, but tears were rolling down my eyes, and I had no I have no idea why they were rolling down my eyes, but they were just coming down. But I was
So
laughing my ass
yeah,
off.
so I'm gonna try to explain that. Your spirit had a reaction, and it was sad, or maybe it was sad happy, right? But you still got sad.
Laughing at my pain.
Yeah, 100%.
But I
Yeah,
texted,
100%. Yeah,
you, laughing
awesome.
at
Yeah,
my pain.
and then your programming consciousness, which is a programmed spirit, right, had a reaction and it was laughing. So you had to cope. The conscious part of you had to cope. It's two different deals. It's all the same, but consciousness is programmed spirit. Okay, but there's another part of you that's kind of like in there, that's kind of dormant and unaware, because it's not heavily involved with the 3D experience and the programming that comes along with it.
It's just weird.
Thomas Edison. Let's go back to Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison, he did a lot of great things, you know, a lot of patents. He did a lot of stuff for this realm, for this 3D realm. He did a lot of good things for people. Now, he wasn't the, you know, not everybody's a perfect person, you know, and so he thought, for the most part, this is from my understanding, from maybe feeling things and stuff like that. He thought that Tesla was before his time. Clearly, he was.
Absolutely.
And so now Tesla's a great guy, great person. You know what I mean? Great individual. He's on this planet. He's in a body on this planet now. Actually,
if I had to guess, it's Elon Musk.
who?
Elon Musk.
Maybe. Nah, it's not Elon Musk. Elon Musk's crazy. But so I'm gonna try to give you the backstory of why they broke up, because they were working together. They were trying to work together in the beginning. He brought him on. He brought Tesla's on. I'm being stopped right now.
Stopped?
Just a second. We're gonna leave this in.
Oh, my cat's inside. Okay.
Yeah. Some cats fighting out there in the sound.
I was about to go save my cat, but I know he's inside. Sleeping.
I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna say about Tesla. That's basically what I'm doing here.
It's not meant for you to speak on.
Nah, I'm just kind of feeling what I need to say and all that.